Okay, we are recording. All right, this is a 1980 Suzuki GS 550L. I'm taking the airbox off and the carburetor, and I'm making a recording of it so I can remember how to put everything back together, because I'll be working and I won't be able to get back to this every day. So here we go. This is TK. I don't have to rebuild the carburetors. I'm just going to clean them, and I'm going to make a video of that as well. And I'm going to put it on my channel, TKtopics.com. So here we go. We're going to start here. I got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Okay, put that there. I had the bike running. I drove it around a little bit. I couldn't get it to stay idled. The only way I could get it to idle was to tighten up the throttle cable here, and when you would turn the handlebars, it would idle up on me. So I put everything back like it was, and I was able to ride the bike, but like I said, it won't stay idle. The choke does work, but I guess none of that matters. The carburetors need to be cleaned. The carburetors were rebuilt about 3 years ago, and when I got the bike running again, I had my battery charger on 40 volts, and I was kind of revving it up, keeping it running, and I lost my headlight and my running lights. And I blew the fuse here on the top. Excuse me, not the main fuse, but the fuse, the first fuse here, which is the main. The main pop, but the headlamps didn't. But I still don't have no headlamps and no neutral light here. When you put the bike in neutral, it's supposed to turn green up here. It's not. So I got to figure that out after I do the carburetors to get the bike running. I'm gonna have to go through the electrical and figure out what I did there on that. I replaced the fuses and they're all good. Only blew one fuse, like I said. So yeah, I gotta okay, so this is gonna be a job. All right. Okay. Looks like that's mounted on the bottom as well. Woo wee. I was thinking maybe I better get my bag over here in case I drop something. Took the battery out. This bike's only got about 9,000 miles on it. 8,912. The speedometer broke about a long time ago, actually. Maybe 15 years ago. And I only rode the bike maybe 50 miles. And I got a new instrument cluster to put in here. The speedometer and the tachometer, the whole deal. But anyway, stay focused on this. Okay. I'm gonna put these in my pocket. Okay, I'm glad I'm recording this. Make sure it's still recording. 420. 1. So I gotta figure out how to get this box to move. Okay. This overflow tube's gonna have to come off. Anyway. Yes. Oh. Wow, that pulled right off. Look at that. Yeah, that just pulled right off. Okay. I'll have to get that back on. That needs a clamp. We don't want fuel running down there. We want it running down on the ground. okay if we have some overflow. So it looks like I'll probably, that is not. This box, it looks like I'm gonna have to come underneath here to get that. Ooh, man. Wow. I was hoping to get all these loosened up. I gotta get that box, the air box off, or be able to get to move it back so I can pull the carbs off after I take the boots off the pods here. So, wow. Looks like I'll have to undo the clutch in order to pull this out of here. Clutch cable, maybe. If I can get these off, you know, and get this box to move back, I figured I could not have to take the box completely off. But this, the whole air box here, this is going to have to be disassembled. I get these loose here and then pull that, but then it looks like it's all on the bottom too. Woo wee, buddy. I mean, there ain't getting no screwdriver in there. Wow. This right here is a job. Man, this ain't no joke. Wow. Okay. Wonder if I could do a time lapse on this. Well, let's see. Is that mounted to that box? Looks like there's a lot of stuff mounted over here. I need to get my little seat. I really do need a lift, a bike lift. I'm gonna have to sit down and do a lot of this, yes. Yeah, I don't have a lift. Bring this bike up, you know, and anchor it. But yeah, let's see here. That box looks like it's gonna. Oh, it's starting to rain. Yeah, see, all this stuff here is mounted on this. Wow. So if I take these off, does this come off? Yeah. Oop. Okay. Ooh, that's already broke. Look at that. I'll have to glue that back. Okay, so that's the right side. Should be able to get under here. Okay. You should be angled where you can. Looks like I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that's on that box. That's gonna have to come off there. Yeah, that's gonna come off. Okay. You know, this bike's a classic, man. 1980, 2024. Everything works on the bike except for when I was revving it up and I had the battery charger on, it overcharged it. And I popped, like I said, I can actually just leave that like that. That's cool. And then we'll put this screw back in here. Yeah, that ain't gonna stay in there. Put that back. Probably gonna have to get an extension. Let's see. That's actually staying in there. Okay, cool. So you can see where these wires got heated up here and here. That's gonna be a job, man. For sure. This is why I'm recording this, see, so you can remember how everything went. Okay, we got that out of the way. This is plugged in underneath this box. Wow. See, I don't know if these pry off or, yeah. Woo, that's gonna be something else getting them back in there. This has gotta be able to move. I'm trying not to damage, you know, any of this. Man, how are you supposed to get underneath there? There's probably a mirror. I need my headlight. See how it's Alright. Got about 3 bars on that. Oops. What else do I gotta take off here? Man. How far is that gonna go back? See, that'll go back. If I get this loose, I mean, that'll go back. I mean, all I need is like an inch. See, that's made into that. Let's hold this in here. This guy right here. Okay. This thing might just slide right back, just a couple more bolts. Wow, it feels like it's loose. Oh, that'd be great if it's that simple, huh? Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. Okay. Okay. Put that in there. That'd be great if I could slide that back. It feels like it's already loose. Look, check it out. Alright, we'll loosen the rest of them up. Oh, you know what? That's right here. Yeah, this is where you really need to lift so you can be level with it, you know. Yeah, and I'm tall too. That ain't helping. Make us a nice little spot here. Just make us a area here where I can put all this stuff. Here. Okay, cool. I can reach that. So I was wanting to use my tripod. When I did my Honda Goldwing, I did a bunch of stuff on that car. I rebuilt the carburetor and starter, brakes, and all that. But I did videos on that just so I could remember how to put everything back together like I'm doing now. But so now I'm using my tablet, and I had to duct tape it to a little stand. But yeah, this. These are already loose. Okay. Wow, look at that. That's the airbox back here. These are flatheads. That one's a flathead. And then the one up in there is a Phillips. There's a tube down here with a clamp that's going to have to, well, no, I can leave that on if I can get this to slide back. I figured if I can get that to move back about an inch, when I go to take the carburetors off, I'll be able to pull it this way. I'll have to take off this bracket here, the throttle. I have to definitely slide that out of the way. The clutch cable looks like, I don't know, I'd see if I pull that back, I might just be able to pull that back too. Okay. Wow, this is a pretty big job. Okay, I should have the fill. I mean, I should have a flathead right here. I guess I could have used a 1/4 inch on this, but you know, the bike's, I mean, it's dirty, but it ain't filthy. You know, I've definitely neglected this bike. Yeah, I want to get her back. Okay, I got Phillips on this side here. Got that one. Okay, that's loose. Loosening the clamps on the carburetors here that are holding this on the intake there. Let's see. Now we'll see if we can move this back. I really don't see. We got this. I don't know what this is here, but it's. I don't have to take that off. Man, this thing might come back. I don't see anything down there holding it. Bracket there is for the master cylinder for the back brakes. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pause that there. All right, we're back. So it looks like that's as far as this box is gonna go back. That's about all I can get out of it right there. We're maxed out here. It's definitely giving me not much at all. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's all I can go back on that. No more room. Just want to remember that. Tube's got to go back on there. The bolt is down in the box here. It goes on the side. So now I'm going to try to pry these carburetors. I've got these loose. Make sure. I know I'm going to have to do something with the throttle cable. That's definitely going to have to come off. That's loose. I don't think I got that one yet, did I? No, I got one more there. No, I already got it. Okay, cool. It's loose. I may have to go get my longer screwdriver. Man, that is not giving me much room to get out of there. Yeah, the throttle cable is going to have to be loosened. Okay, I'm going to pause that. I'm just going to loosen up the throttle cable. 10 millimeter, which is right here. I'm going to loosen that up. Well, it only takes a second here. I don't need to pause it. I'm concerned about, I can't remember if I put an SD card in that tablet. I was watching a bunch of old videos from my band. About 9 years, about 7 years of live footage of my band on my SD cards. I spent 12 hours, a couple Saturdays back, man, jamming out. That was cool. Different guitar players. Pretty cool stuff, man. Let's see here. Well, I got her on there tight. Oh, that's 3/8. Should be a 10 millimeter. That's a 12. Let's see here. There it is. At 3/8 is close. Okay. There she went. So. Okay. I want to remember, because like I was telling you guys earlier, I had this throttle cable tight where I could have it idle, but when you would turn the handlebars, it would rev up. So I had to put it back. I had to adjust it here as well. So I'm going to have to take that cable off down in there. Let's see here. Wow. So let's see if I raise that up. Okay, yeah, so if you roll the throttle up, I should be able to take a small screwdriver and pull that cable out of there and just disconnect that. Maybe. So definitely loosening that up is going to help. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So if we go, okay, if we go down more, that's going to make it looser. Yeah, it'd be more easy to manage that. Okay. Wow, these are pretty cool here. Oh, I gotta hold that while it's in there. There she goes. Okay, I've got that almost all the way down. All right, so now I'm gonna get me another screwdriver. I got this one holding the air box back. So I broke my magnet a long time ago. Little antenna magnet. That would come in handy right now if it was up here. I'd be able to, I may need to tape this to be able to get that. Well, I got this old cruise control. It's actually holding it. Okay, cool. All right, I think, right? Yeah, it's all the way. Oh, it went down on me. This dude here needs to be tightened up. Yeah, it's slipping. Okay. Magnet there. All right, I'm gonna pause the video for a second. Okay, so Let's see if we can see what I'm doing over here. Should be able to. I may be blocking it with my body. But anyway, I guess I'm going to have to loosen this up here. And I'm taking note. I'm about 4 threads in on the top here on the actual throttle cable. So if I loosen this up and come towards me, that should make it looser. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So in order to get that back in, I'm probably going to have to, let's see if that'll hold it one more time. See, that's got it under tension. No. Okay, so let it loose. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. What is a booger? I'm trying to figure out how to, when it's loose, but how would I get it back in? You know what I'm saying? The way it comes out. It's always easier to take something off, and when you go to put it back, I don't have no access to it. No. See, I don't have no access to it down there. Let's see here. Wow. Okay. Man, that's going to be a booger to get that back in there. Okay, so see if I can get that off and then kind of lower it down. Man, I do not want to break that. Okay. Just trying to figure out how to, I guess if I take off that bracket. Okay, so I'll have to loosen this nut, and it's going to drop down on that cable if I do. The bottom nut here, which I'm able to get with my finger, which is cool. I'll try not to take it all the way down where I drop it. See if I can get it off here without stripping it or anything. Boy, she's in there tight. That still ain't freeing me up. I figured if I could get that to drop down. There we go. Yeah. That's definitely got to come off. Okay. There's no getting to it there. Woo! Putting that back on, buddy. I mean, you can't even see it. See, it's still under a lot of tension. I want to fray that cable. Oh man. Whew. That's got to come off. video. See what I can figure out here. Okay, so I figured what I could do is take I may need a longer screwdriver. I got the butterfly, the throttle, kind of holding itself with a couple tools. I figured if I could get down in here on the side of that cable, I definitely need a flathead. I'm gonna have to pull this one out here. Let's see here. Okay, it's not holding. I need to be able to get that throttle body to. I need that to hold right there like that. Okay. Then I can come up the rest of the way. That's all the way up there. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, I got it loose now. Oh, okay. So you got to just take the cable. Okay, this is like the other carburetor on the Honda. You just got to pull it, let it get loose and then pull it out. Now, you know, I don't want to fray the cable. I'm trying to do it as smooth as possible. And I'm gonna go ahead and lock the throttle. This mechanical cruise control, it needs to be, it's not working. It needs to be new screws and okay, but it's helping a little bit. But that should. That's gonna be pretty tricky to get back in there. I just need to come down a little bit more. It's definitely got to loop down. Oh, I lost my deal there. I might have to figure out a way to get this to hold. Okay, I'm back. A little difficult for me on this one. So I wedged something on the throttle body on the butterfly to get this cable off, and I just used these Pittsburgh pliers to get that to unhook, so it looks like we're almost free. And I just kind of took the throttle and took a little tension off the cable. It looks like I got it. And I'm trying to be real careful so I don't fray the cable at all. So it's still kind of staying in there. It's almost out. Looks like we're hitting that little boot, but it's wow, that's going to be a real job getting that back in there. But it's definitely off. Let's see here. I don't really have nowhere to go, and I don't want to fray that. Getting that back in is going to be quite a feat. But I think after I, start prying these back, that'll give me some more room. I mean, it's disconnected, but it's still hanging on where it slides in that barrel. I'm calling it a barrel. Looks like a little tiny barrel. But the cable, yeah. So we'll see what we can do here. Okay, now I need to be able to... Man, I just don't see the carburetor. Just to come back. That's as far as I can get that box back. He's here. Yeah, that's it right there. Maybe this crowbar. Just gotta be careful because this carburetor's made out of aluminum. I've got all these loose here on the front. I'm going to go ahead and move this. Yeah, see that cable's still attached. I just, I didn't want to break that. Yeah, it's still attached. Yep. Okay. So that it looks like it comes out towards me. Okay. I just do not want to fray that. I'll try to grab the barrel. I mean, I just don't want to fray that cable, Wow, that little guy there. So that... Trying to get that cable as loose as I can. Right there, that's pretty loose. So it doesn't have nowhere to go. I think once I start, pulling that out of there, pulling the carburetors, I'm definitely going to have to... Looks like that bracket's going to clear though. I've got to pull this back. Okay, that's out of the way. Yeah, I don't see anything else holding it. Okay. I'm just trying to be gentle on it. I don't have these loose here yet. I figured leaving these tight would help me get this carburetor back instead of all that stuff moving up in the front. Okay, we've moved it about 1/8 of an inch. I think what I'll do is I'll put a handle of a screwdriver in here. Give me a little bit more leverage. Don't want to bend that rod. This box is back as far as it's going to go. definitely making a little progress. Looks like it's kind of making its way down. Okay, the clutch cable had to be moved a little bit. It was kind of in the way. The airbox here. Oh yeah, clutch cable. I guess these boots are going to have to be loosened up in order to get that out of there, I guess. Looks like we got an Allen head here, a couple Phillips, because I don't want to rip these tubes. I like these the clamps that are on these boots. They're pretty nice. They're in good shape. This one here, this needs to be drawn towards me. Okay, here we go. Loosen that up a little more. Yeah, that's pretty loose. These are, and then this one here could be loosened up some more from the other side there. Okay, I'm gonna pause it again. Still working on getting it out of here. 40. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up all these boots, and just for note, left, right on these boots. I figured if I could just loosen these here, I may be able to pull that off and then slide it back to the left towards me. It looks like it's going to come, because this box, I would have to come up underneath here and disconnect this box from this air box here. And then I wouldn't be able to pull that out. So the carburetor's definitely got to come out. This air box is not going to come out like that. There's no way. And I don't have, I figured maybe the carburetor would go back, you know, and I'd be able to pop it out of there. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. You know, I don't want to break anything. Let's see here. It's pretty close, but there's still a pretty good lip in here. See that? That's almost out. It would seem to me, you know, putting these back in here, put some lube on them, of course. I'll spray these a little bit now, just to help me kind of wiggle around a little bit. Put a little bit of penetrating oil on it. Just a little bit. Oh, I had to turn there. There we go. I guess I've seen on these bikes, people are putting these things called pods on here. And get rid of this. You wouldn't have to have the air box. I'd be able to take that air box off and leave the actual, this is going to have to stay to hold all this in. But I'd be able to get rid of that and do the pods. I see why people do the pods. Okay. Now that we got some lube on there, some penetrating oil, let's see if I can, and I'm just trying to be as gentle as I can. Okay, that one's free right there. This one on the end is. Now I don't know if coming up and twisting it and pulling it out, and I got to get that cable off still. It's bumping up against that boot. But I've got this one out. Okay. I guess that's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the cylinders, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 1 and 2 loose. Okay. I'm gonna come over here to this side. Man, getting this thing back on is gonna be a booger, but like, you know, putting that penetrating oil in there softened it up a lot. For sure. For sure. But yeah, this looks like it's gonna have to come down in the back and up in the front maybe. But then look, this bracket's hitting right here, right now. So maybe I'm going the wrong way. No, that should be able to dive down once I get them all loose. The baby ain't out of the womb yet. Ooh, man, I'm kind of shaved that aluminum a little bit. Definitely leave these boots on there would be beneficial. I'd be able to get them back on. I think I'm gonna do away with this guy here. That's we're free there, we're free there, we're almost free there. That little barrel on that cable, man, that's gonna be oof. I gotta be real careful with this. I do not want to fray that. And that is loose, right? Yeah, it's loose. See, that's as loose as it can be. Pull the cable down a little bit. Push down here. Oh yeah, dude, that cable's as loose as can be. That barrel's almost out. That's cool. Wow. Let me try my magnet. Won't fit in there. Oh, yeah, it will. Yeah, it's not strong enough. It might be stainless. That barrel's almost out. Let's see, maybe I can push that barrel. Yeah, can't get it in there. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on that barrel. Once I get that carburetor, I'll have to, that's gonna have to be put on first before I finagle them back in there. I couldn't imagine trying to get that boot back in there. The clutch cable, looks like we're going to be able to get around that. Oh, okay. I thought that was metal there. That's just that soft tube. Flashlight. Yeah, man, this air box has definitely got to go. Yeah, for sure, man, that's got to go. Yeah, these little chrome things. Yeah, that's gonna end up breaking. Let me see here. Yeah, that goes all the way around, that little chrome piece. The other side was broke. Pretty close. Open heart surgery. It's still in there, okay. There's that barrel. That barrel's made not to come out, right? It's got the room to come out. Let me pause my video.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Come on in.